Hi again, I'm David Maurice, a fee-only certified financial planner with Worthwhile Wealth Counsel.
And I'm Andrew Worley, Associate Advisor, and together we're the picky pedants of Worthwhile Wealth Counsel.
And therein lies the problem for this week, doesn't it, Andrew?
It sure does. We don't have anything to be picky about.
Well, we don't, that's true, but we sure do have a lot of breaking great news to report.
We do, and if it's okay, I'll go first.
Why don't you go first?
Well, thank you. Well, on Tuesday, the Conference Board's measure of consumer confidence came in at 127, which beat the projection of 119.
A great number for sure, especially beating expectations. And that's because the vaccine's coming out and the new businesses that are opening and the businesses that are reopening is really driving consumer optimism. And another good bit of news is the Labor Department came out with June's report for new jobs, 850,000, beating May's 580,000 and way leaving in the dust the projection for 700,000.
Yeah, totally left in the dust. Now, many of you would remember the ISM's manufacturing PMR discussion from previous discussion.
Could you dumb that down just a little bit for me and maybe some of our audience?
Sure. What this simply means is that future orders in the industrial economy are up. That measurement came in at 62.1, which was far more than what was expected. And that's telling us that businesses are expecting to continue growing.
That's expansion, and anything above 50 is expansion for the future. So that is great. But did you know, Andrew, during this period, that the weekly unemployment rate actually ticked up from 5.8 to 5.9.
Yeah.
Now you would think that that's bad news. Oh no, that is great news, because what it means is the Labor Department counted that many more people entering the labor force, which takes pressure off of wages, reducing inflation.
Sure, and speaking of pressure on wages, did you hear about the Atlanta business owner who had to hire a high school student at $50,000 a year to run a fast food franchise?
Oh my gosh.
Now that tells me we could all use a little less pressure on wages.
A little, yeah, the business owners are in trouble for that part. Well, I think our job is done here, and this gives us lots of good reason not to pay attention to, read, or listen to the media over this weekend.
Sure does, because all they ever do is report on the negative stuff.
It's true.
But what this breaking great news bulletin reflects is a strong, growing economy. So David, I think you're right. Let's go have a fun, carefree weekend.
Fun, carefree, I can do that, okay? So, that's our breaking great news for this week. Again, I'm still David Maurice.
And I'm Andrew Worley, and together we're the
Picky Pedants of Worthwhile Wealth Counsel.